guys.
What? Oh my god, it was a thing.
It was
happened.
amazing. We had no idea. A commercial that we said yes to was going to be in the Super Bowl. It was a surprise for all of us.
Seriously. Okay,
Yeah.
so here's how it went down, because that's what everyone wants to know. They're like, how did you guys get in a Super Bowl
confused. Just
commercial?
kidding.
I know. They're, without trying to say that, they're like, are you famous and I don't know it?
So many people are like, so how did that happen?
So we run a talk show on the Steem blockchain called the Steem Sister Show, because it's on Steem and we're sisters.
We are. So classic.
Right? And so we've been doing that for almost 2 years.
Aww.
Our 2-year anniversary is coming up. So anyway, we have almost 100, right now we have almost 150 episodes. And so we have just been hanging out, making content, doing our show for a long time.
Yeah.
And some media company found our show and cast us in a Discover Card commercial.
Which is already super cool. Like,
yeah.
just to be in a commercial, like, that's gonna be, like, nationally, you know, played. And for both of us to, like, have it happen during the Super Bowl and, like, us freak out and text each other and, like, both of our phones, like, blew up. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Like, I was getting, so many texts from random people. And what cracked me up the most is how many people were like, I'm a little drunk right now. I don't know if I saw what I think I saw, because I think they played it in the fourth quarter. So it was like people been getting their, their drink on for a little while. And I mean, on Twitter, I had so many people tweeting at me with like pictures of their TV.
Oh my god.
They're like, Girl Gone Crypto's on the Super Bowl. What? You know? And so, what I kind of thought it might happen though, for a few reasons, because here's how it went down. So this media company reached out to us like almost a year ago, and then I signed all these contracts. Actually, it was a great contract. It really just said like that they are licensing. We still own the rights to the video, but they're just licensing that 1-second clip for a commercial, and the only stipulation is that once the commercial aired, we can't license that exact 1-second clip to another credit card company in 1 year.
That's so hard.
I don't think that's gonna come up. So Visa, whoever else, if you're listening,
sorry,
I'm
MasterCard.
really sorry.
Yeah.
But anyway, and so I was like, okay, cool. And then I hadn't heard from them in forever. So I was like, well, nothing must have happened. And so then I kind of followed up. I'm like, hey, just curious, and they're like, oh, actually, yeah, we're still using your clip. We'll let you know. And so, like, literally a few weeks before the Super Bowl, that's when they were like, okay, we need you to, fill out a W-9, set up the wire transfer for your bank, like, all the things. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess this is...
Yeah, actually happening.
Actually happening. And then the morning of the Super Bowl was when they sent me the YouTube link. Like, hey, the campaign's live. So it was a Discover Card. It was a yes-no campaign. So the media company specializes in user-generated content. And so it's not like they went out and, like, filmed a commercial. They took little clips from like movies, like there's Teddy and like Stifler and like Lindsay Lohan and like all these other people in it from like movies, and then they also found YouTube clips that fit what they wanted. And so anyway, there was
and a really cute baby, may I say.
There was a really cute baby. Who is that? That's what I want to know.
It was a viral clip. I remember seeing that really cute baby somewhere else. So anyway.
Well, now we're a viral clip. Whatever.
Cool.
It's cool. But yeah, and so anyway, the fact that it was like right around the Super Bowl, I was like, actually the day of, I was like, do you think it's possible this is a Super Bowl commercial? And I like asked a few people and they're like, no. There's
Never.
No way. They would have told you, blah, blah, blah. And so anyway, I'm watching the Super Bowl with some friends, and the no commercial comes on, like the other side to ours. Because, there's one where they have all these clips saying yes, and they had one with like all these people saying no. And I was like, they just played the other one. They'll probably pay ours. So I was like, okay, I don't want to get my hopes up. But like, I was like, oh my goodness. And so anyway, yeah, it came on, and it was, yeah.
I know.
Wild.
I really wish, it's like the first year I haven't watched the Super Bowl.
No!
Isn't that terrible? Well, I just got off of work. I worked until a couple like hours into the Super Bowl, and so by the time I got home, there was like 30 minutes left, and we don't have cable, so it was just like, it's fine. And then like right around the end, thankfully I was home, so I was able to celebrate with my fiance, and we took like shots, and like we had a great time.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But like seriously, the first time I haven't seen the Super Bowl like ever is the time I'm in it, which is great. So that was kind of annoying, not gonna lie.
Oh my gosh! Well, your future mother-in-law, she shared out, you know,
she was very proud,
alerting the world. Actually, it's really cool. So there's a lot of like kind of dudes I work with that I feel like don't really give me the time of day usually, and they were like, mad respect. Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
What does it feel to have like over 100 million people see your face?
Well, and what's
like,
crazy,
that's so crazy to me.
Is it ain't stopping. This train is rolling. So, like, seriously, I've had so many people since the Super Bowl been like, I was on USA Today, and I saw that ad again, or I was watching The Bachelor, and I saw that ad, or I was watching a basketball game, and I saw that ad. So it's like,
it's out there. It's a national commercial.
And it's funny, because we're literally in the commercial for, like, maybe a half of a second, like, maybe a full second at most. And the fact that, like, I'm just thinking about, like, if it was me, just, like, sitting around watching the Super Bowl, you know, on commercials, I'll usually like kind of be on my phone a little bit, you know, like if something catches my eye, I'll look up, or, you know, I'm eating way too much chips and dip, you know, so I'm over by the snacks during commercials. And so the fact that like literally between the two of us, hundreds of people were within the span of 10 minutes, like, I just saw your face, like, is crazy. So it is really interesting. You know, it is kind of weird to be like, wow, that many people.
I had a couple people say like, oh wow, that girl kind of looks like Mary. I heard that multiple times. So once people like recognize both of us, they like put it together. But I think people weren't like, Mary's not in a Super Bowl commercial. Like, let's be real. But how crazy. I feel like that's just such a cool story, like we'll have forever. Because like you're kind of saying earlier, like a fun fact about yourself, and like you know, it's really cool to be able to have that kind of like super like specific, super awesome experience that not very many people get to have. And the fact that we literally didn't know, not nothing. We've had the Steem Sister Show for a long time, but they just used a second one of our clips and we're in a Super Bowl ad is crazy.
I know, I keep saying, I'm like, that is the easiest money I've ever made. Like,
seriously.
Literally, I'm like, that's the most amount of money I've made for 1 second of work. You know? And so, it's cool. Yeah, it's just been, the whole experience has been really, really fun. Because, like you said, I just feel like it's this unique experience that most, like, normal, everyday people like us don't really get.
Yeah.
And so, it's cool. And like you said, like, now forever we have a good fun fact. Like, when you're at, like, an awkward networking thing, they're like, tell me a fun fact about yourself. We have a really, really good, but, like, just crazy cool fun fact.
What did you do, like, right after you found out? Were you just, like, screaming and running around everywhere? Because you're a very excitable person, so I just feel like you would have been, like, living it up in the moment.
Oh, well, okay, so the people I was with, we were all like, oh my god. And so I think that I just, like, I got so into my phone because I had, like, literally so many people tweeting at me and texting me and sending me messages and, like, in Slack and in Telegram and, like, in all the places, Instagram DMs, like, everywhere. Like, my phone was literally blowing up. So I'm just, like, trying to respond being like, yes, that was me. I'll tell you more later. Like, you know. And so I think that I was like, oh my gosh. And then I was like in my phone like the rest of the Super Bowl. Which, I don't know.
No, I think I was like, I definitely like just like relished in the moment. Because I wasn't actually watching Super Bowl. But like relished in the moment. I was just like, hell yeah. And just like kind of just like had a lot of fun and took shots and just had a great time. And made sure that everyone on my Snapchat knew. So.
Oh, I love that.
So anyway, thank you for just listening to us. This is one of the coolest things. We're such like regular, everyday like corporate job life and go to Costco a lot people. So like just being able to like go and be on a Super Bowl commercial.
I've never been described in such a sexy way.
I think I was describing myself a little bit.
No, it's okay. I go to Costco for the samples.
Oh, God.
For sure. And when they don't have good samples, I was like, this was such a waste of my time. Like, why am I even here? I guess I'll buy some cheese.
And in my Costco, if you're having a future Super Bowl commercial, you know where to find us.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we will work for samples.
We will.
Okay. Anyway, bye, guys. Hope you enjoyed it.